key back before going up in there. That's everything. Make sure I pay attention to the 3D battery and make sure I plug in this charger when I need to. Maybe if I can remember, I'll plug it in at like the last hour or something. Should be enough. Hey, Jude the Collector. What's the best thing that happened to you today? Do I have a Discord server? Why do you ask? These crystal guys, man. Just wondering because people are going crazy over Discord nowadays. Really? I feel like people have been going crazy over Discord for basically since Discord launched. You know, it replaced Skype, and everybody hated Skype. Discord saved us from Skype. The community is going crazy. I guess that's always a possibility. You know, some late stragglers perhaps, not knowing that Discord was around for a while. You know, they finally discovered Discord and they're like, oh my goodness, we've been using Skype this entire time. We've been using Microsoft Teams this entire time. I can understand it. Oh no, my bad. People are still using Vent or Ventrilo and TeamSpeak. That's going further down the rabbit hole for sure. Oh, you are in here. And I miss Ventrilo. Ventrilo was the bomb, biggie. You could make it so that you could send you could talk to somebody in a channel with other people in it, and nobody else would hear that conversation. It had some cool stuff. Refresh ring. Another item that I'm never going to use. most likely. Protects against poison. I might actually be able to sell that. Miss AOL? You've got mail? Oh, okay. Manadryan, were you around for the AOL discs and like the startup noises? Because I feel like anybody would not want to say I miss AOL and then to have been around for the disc era. It just it doesn't seem right, you know. You liked them? They were a mystery to you as a kid? Oh my gosh. What is going on? I'm so glad to be outside of that era. Sometimes miss AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. That one was pretty popular back in the day. I've used so many instant messengers back when, you know, they were big and popular and stuff. I used MSN, I used AIM, I used Google Chat. Guess I'm forgetting. Like it has a lid on it. You also consider it part of AOL, so you missed that too. You're not confusing them. Like AOL had inbuilt messenger, sort of forums where you could find people to chat. Well, like AIM was like its own separate chat client where you can talk to people, but you know, I'm sure they had forums and all that other stuff. Those type of details, I don't remember any forums or anything like that. You also like the design of the AOL browser, all the colorful buttons and stuff. You guys remember like the various search engines back then, like Ask Jeeves? Those are some old school ones. Uh-oh, homeboy Slice got paralyzed. Back in my World of Warcraft days, back when I had like a monitor, like a tenth the size of my monitors today. I still have some old screenshots. I don't know if I have any of my desktop, but man, those were the days. You feel old again? Yeah. That was bound to happen when we go down that particular rabbit hole. Oops, I did not want to fight this. You feel cool. 69 degrees in my room right now. Oh, it's relatively cool. I still have a sweater on. When you said nice, like the first thing that popped in my head was like, why is Mr. JRPG saying nice to me still having my sweater on? I just don't understand. Ooh, that was 55 damage. The thing before the sweater pump? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Best thing that happened to you today was you watched anime. Oh, which anime did you watch? Now you've got to tell us some more details. One Piece. Okay. I haven't, I don't think I've seen any episodes of One Piece myself. But perhaps I should. I see that pixel. There's a pixel right above Gion's head. It's like a little orange. I don't know. Anyways, it's something's wrong with that pixel. Oh, I don't have to move? I can just sit here? I can just stand here. Okay, that works for me. There must be some sort of dialogue that I'm missing for this dungeon that allows me to complete it. The first thing that came to mind when I got to the flower, because I'm reminded of the bridge that we could only go over by having Floor in the party. And, you know, like, I didn't go to that bridge before I had Floor in the party, but I feel like there's a sequence here that I have to follow. I think the last anime that I watched was, well, not really I think, but the last anime I watched was Jujutsu Kaisen. And I was a fan of that one. But my anime watching days, I'm not going to say they're behind me, but it's much more difficult for me to get into anime these days because I feel like anime is something that you put on and then you pay attention to it. All of your focus is on watching it. And nowadays, you know, I'm doing various multitasking and all this other junk that you know, I don't want to sit there and read subtitles and things like that or miss something. So I've been rewatching a lot of like TV shows that I've already seen before. And that way I could just have them on in the background. And because I already know everything that is happening, or I'm vaguely familiar with it, that I can just not have to pay as much attention to it as I would, something else that I've never seen before. Much more of a manga reader, quicker to binge an original version of the story. I'm not much of a reader. Books. I think we've had this conversation a while back. Like, I haven't read too many books in my lifetime. For like the pleasure of reading a book, I've read Red Planet, Glory Road, both by Robert A. Heinlein. I've read Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, I think. I don't know the authors of any of the books, but except for Robert A. Heinlein. I read Memoirs of the Invisible Man. Like that one a lot. I think that's it. The only reason I read Ender's Game is because a friend of mine threatened my life if I didn't read it. So, yeah, I was never really much of a book person. Back in my younger years, whenever there was a book and then there was a movie about the book, I would watch the movie about the book. Why read the book when you can watch the movie or the TV show or whatever? So that's just been kind of how things have flowed for me. Ooh, you almost got me. You almost got me again. I forgot to say it. You're not a literature person either, more of a visual-oriented person, but comics, manga, and visual novels suffice for you. I'm not a visual novel person myself either. If the visual novel has voice acting, I think I would be much more inclined to try it. But a visual novel will also have to have some other hook for me to be interested in it. I don't want to play a air quotes video game and just have it be an audiobook, I would like some sort of gamification to interact with. And I don't have too much experience with visual novels. I think I've mentioned this before as well. Back when I was a game tester, I got to work on Rage Against for the PS Vita, I believe. Might have been the PSP. I don't remember. Really, a mental drop. My mental definitely took a drop when I found out that was my reward. And I didn't like Rage Gigant at all. Okay. So that was a thingamabobber that I had never gone to before. Admittedly, I've been spending this entire time trying to get back to that water dragon cave waterfall thing. There we go. Okay, but not actually helpful for me. I didn't realize I could do that. Be a few more areas where I could do that. Gonna make the assumption. Chat first. Blue dragon can really be found by wandering around, you think? You're right, we should gather more information. That is what I was going to do next. I was afraid that this would occur. But I also knew that this game was capable of this. Just didn't think it would do it to me. Thought it would respect me a little bit more. Also, this is like the first time it's done it for any of the Dragon Shrines. Maybe the AI games might be a decent one for you to try if you want to dip into other genres. Full voice acting, murder mysteries, some puzzle solving. Is there any, like, combat or anything? You know, because I've also played the Professor Layton games, and you know, I definitely I'm like puzzles will only take me so far. But then again, the Professor Layton games, the story is very it takes a very different approach in terms of, you know, things that I'm interested in, I guess. So in a lot of ways, a visual novel with a more interesting story probably has a better chance than the Professor Layton one. Where it's like, sure, you can save the world, but first, can you solve this puzzle? this. You never know when, you trigger a quest or something, and that in turn, that you have done a variety of other things. I hear you right. You're going to the Blue Dragon cave to meet the Blue Dragon. Well, then you better listen carefully to this. It's said that the Blue Dragon uses the power of 3 treasures to suppress the control of suppress and control the flow of water from a series of underground lakes in order to conceal himself. Means, yeah, I can see you're digging me. If you want to meet the old Bluey, it'd be reasonable to expect that you're going to have to take those 3 treasures out of play. Right, is that enough for you party members? Seems like it's enough for these party members. Go to the armor shop. Maybe we have enough money. Enough money. So let's just say we're at 3,800. We have the extra 19 or 17. So let's just say we're at that. So we still need 6,000. This noise. Hold on a second. Hearing very interesting noise. We can mark right here anyways. Or well, we can't mark right here, but we can mark right here.